Hello everyone and welcome to the Tonic Christmas Party live with me and Jennifer Kray.
Hello.
Hello there. So yeah, what is today all about? Well, it's the last day in the office before we go Christmas, we go New Year, and then we're back on the 2nd. So this is kind of a sort of a send-off from Tonic HQ, where we have a bit of different pieces. We did one last year. We just had lives throughout the day, so you can join in. Go off by your own thing and then join back like later on. We got about four shows all together today. One's the Show Tonic Showcase, one's with Alison, one's with Jen, which is what you're watching now, and then we got one with Karen as well, doing a quick card as well. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to go through bits and pieces, join in, comment. It's a live stream if you're watching. Just say where you're from, say what you're up to, say if your Christmas plans. We'll try and avoid the classic like Christmas questions of have you done all your Christmas shopping? Because I know you've been asked that to death by us and everyone else. So we'll just think of some alternative Christmas questions for you throughout the day.
Like Owen, have you done all your Christmas shopping yet?
Oh, don't ask me that. I've done it. People don't want to hear that question anymore. They want to hear like what's
unless the answer is no.
Unless it's no.
It's avoidance. He's avoiding.
What's
he's
a special? I'm sorted. Don't you worry about me, Jen. Right. What's a special Christmas tradition that you have maybe in your family where you went over someone else's and you say we don't do that? Is there anything like that you do with yourself? I don't know. Just is there anything you do Christmas time, which is a special tradition in the Kray household?
No.
What did you just stare at the walls? Just there must be something.
No, nothing.
Nothing at all.
No, we. So last year we had we didn't have a big tree. We had a small Charlie Brown tree that was about that big, and this year.
Why?
Oh, just to be different.
Just to be different.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or maybe it was because we forgot and we couldn't get a tree.
Have you got your tree yet? That's the question.
And that was the only thing that was left in Wilkinson's in the £2.49. You forgot to buy your Christmas tree pile.
Well, yeah.
But that definitely wasn't us. And this year, I thought that in carrying on with the
mini tree tradition.
We haven't bought anything. We have a pineapple this year.
There you go. So there you go. To say there wasn't, there obviously is. The Kray pineapple is a tradition which will live decades down the line.
There you go.
We can all look forward to it. Loads of people with us. As you can see, we're in a cold Scandinavian early morning there. You don't get many hours of light in Scandinavia. So yeah, we're there. Manchester, you're not finishing shopping yet. Writing out family cards to post to friends. Raquel's with us, Sabine, all the lovely people are with us. YouTube, there's a few of you on YouTube as well. So yeah, we're going to have fun throughout the day today. And now it's up to Jen to tell us what she's going to be doing, kicking us off with.
So I just thought I would have a bit of fun today with you guys. I mean, I know that we've all been making loads and loads of Christmas cards. And so I thought that we could just have some fun with the Aquaflows. We'll do a really quick galaxy background mounted on a card. I don't even have a sentiment, so I just thought some cards don't need sentiments, although maybe Owen at some point can get me one. He can choose the sentiment as well.
Thank you.
There we go. So I have no idea. We'll cut them out and we'll see which one's
they
best. So yeah, so I think we'll just do a start to finish. I haven't prepped anything, so we're just sort of on the fly today, and that's what we'll do. So we're going to use the stitched dies, the new stitched dies that came out about 6 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah, it's probably about that. And yeah, the stitched dies, if you didn't catch them, each of them have got sort of layering dies, but each of them have got like a sort of an edge to them, or a patterned edge, but in a few different styles. So you have dots and you have you've got crosses and
like wonky stitches, I guess is what some of them have. And the reason that I'm getting them out is because I don't have any with me at the moment. I don't have any of the tape. Normally I use sort of like the blue tape to hold down the watercolor paper, but we're not doing this. And if you don't have any, I just want to show you a little hint that you could do to make sure that you've got your galaxy inside the die. You don't have to use tape. So what I've done is I've just got any watercolor paper will do. This is the Tonic watercolor paper, so I think it's 300, is it 300 ESM?
I think so,
250,
yeah.
300 ESM. And I've got this second wonky stitch die, and what I'm doing is I'm just going to quickly mark out with a pencil the top of the die, and that's just going to give me sort of a border to work within because I'm not using tape. And it doesn't have to be exact, and it doesn't have to go all the way around. It's just got a little bit on the four sides. Can you put that back in there for me,
Yeah, I
please?
can do.
Thank you.
Patricia says, good to make a few without sentiments for when you need a quick make or an emergency card.
Exactly.
True.
I mean, I do that a lot. I like making backgrounds, so if you've got any of your Nouveau stuff or even die cutting the layered stuff, you can get them and pop them to the side and use them later when you need. I mean, my son is brilliant at it. He'll come home and he'll say, I need 5 birthday cards, and can I wait while you make them?
Yeah, right.
So.
Can you do me a demonstration of while you make them?
So now that I've just quickly marked out the die border, I'm just going to use water. Now I've got a couple of cups here, and that's because I want to keep the coloured the same, and I want a clear pot as well when I dip my brush in. So I'm just going to go in with a water brush now and just wet the paper, but not everywhere. Just kind of squiggle. And you want it quite wet as well, because with the water, the Nouveau Aquaflow pens, they're really highly pigmented. And what happens is that when they start to dry, they're a little bit harder to mix together. So we want to keep the paper quite wet. So we're just going in, and the reason I want the border as well is because I want that the background to go almost to the edge. So otherwise, I want to make sure that it's the right kind of galaxy in there. Galaxy-ish, I should say.
Raquel just said, yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic new year. Got to get my young one to school. Thank you all for your awesome friendship, and Tonic for introducing me to beautiful products. I love you all. Well, Raquel, thank you too.
Thanks, Raquel.
I'll say it throughout the day. Thank you everyone on the group, and all the people who've commented on videos and stuff like that throughout the year. The group's awesome, and you all support each other so well and are nice to each other, and it's like a brilliant group to be part of and like run and all that sort of stuff. So thank you all of you as well for making it an awesome year at Tonic as well. So thank you. But I'll say that a few times.
It is the best group.
It is the best group. I love it.
Encourages each other. So right, I'm only using 3 colours as well today, keeping it really simple. So we're using the Wild Flux, which is my favourite Aquaflow colour, and then 2 of the blues, which is the Aqua Splash and the Clear Water. And these pens I think were all from the trends this year as well. So now that we can see, so what would happen usually, right, is that if this were taped down, it would hold it in place. But if you need to, you can just use the back of a pen or a back of another brush to hold it down. But I'm literally just going to go in now and make a bit of a mess. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, and there really isn't much. So there's not much technical sort of expertise or skill to it. Absolutely anybody can do this. If I can do this with Nouveau, then you can. And so we're just going to go in now, right, and just start laying down some of that colour just up to the line, right. And what happens is that where the water is, there we go. Let me show you. Is it's going to start to blend in, and we're going to just go down, and you're going to have areas that are darker and areas that are lighter, but that kind of happens in a galaxy, and it's kind of a natural thing that happens with watercolors, these water pens. And we're just going to push it around a little bit. You can use water brushes as well if you want, but with things like this I prefer to use water like paint brushes, because I think that you've got more.
Do you wash your brushes in between each colour? You make sure they're clean.
Yes, yeah, that's why I've got the different cups as well. So we're just pushing some of this down. This purple, I mean, I think it's a beautiful colour for a night sky. It really is. You can use blues and blacks. I mean, actually you can use any colours you want. You can use yellows in there, but it's just so easy. Now I want to show you this. I've done this on purpose, and I want to show you what happens when you leave it for a little bit. And it kind of makes it a little bit difficult to blend. So you see this bit here? If I go in now, see how it stays? And that is the reason why you want to keep the paper wet. So we're just going to go in there with the other one and that will blend that out. But I did that on purpose. I really did. So just going to push it around. If we need more colour, we need more colour. They do dry a little bit darker, I find, as well, especially with the purples. So pushing it down. Okay.
It's not going to matter at all that the paper gets slightly warped because of the water, because you're just going to flatten it and go on there.
It'll dry it. I've got a heat gun here, and we're going to dry it and then finish it off. So that's probably a good thing that the water was there. Did you see that?
Oh, it just dropped from the sky.
I love it. That was wicked.
More water just coming from
Oh
your
my
sleeves or
goodness.
whatever. I don't know where it's coming.
Did you see that? I think it's actually splashed on my face as well. So, I mean, I have been known to spill.
Are you a spiller?
Oh God.
Are you like a comedy sort of person?
Oh, I mean, I was meant to do a live once, and I spilled a bottle of red shimmer powders all over my jeans. But then it went all over my hands, and I had it all over my face. Right, and I will show you the photo later.
That's like, yeah, I'm like that. I'm like just knock stuff over.
This is really the beauty of what happens with these specific colours. So with the flux and the clear water, is they kind of blend into each other, and you can start to see them swirling around. And that's I'm just going to give that a bit of a gentle. Here we go, and it starts to form your galaxy. And as you can see, there isn't much, there's no skill. It just makes a beautiful mess.
It's like if you're used to that sort of precision or that type of crafting, it's nice to just let go a little bit and just like enjoy the flow of the water on the page and doing that. I guess that's what that's what people enjoy. But this type of stuff, mixed media, because there's no perfect. You just enjoy it.
I mean, that is the whole point of it, isn't it? Is that you're letting your hair down, and you're experimenting with things, and if it doesn't work, it's a bit of watercolor card, and you just do it again. I mean, I've sat if we get new Nouveau launches, I'll sit for a couple of days and just familiarise myself with the products.
You've got to eat though, Jen, and you shouldn't just lock yourself away.
No. I mean, I'm using a flat brush as well. You can use a round brush. I'm not arty, I'm crafty. I think there's a big difference there. I think we have a new presenter, Lou Withers.
Yeah, Lou Withers.
And she's beautifully arty, and she does this amazing mixed media stuff. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what she's going to bring to the team.
If you haven't caught, she's going to be on some shows in the new year. But yeah, I think it's a good match with her and Nouveau, because you've got all that texture and that sort of darker mixed media. It's
art journal
awesome.
And really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. So we're just going in a little bit more. So what's everybody having for their Christmas dinner? What is a traditional thing? Because mine might be a little different, because I kind of grew up in another country. So we had it's always a turkey. So you guys will have turkey as well, won't you? But then we have things like pumpkin pies we have candied yams, and I mean that's really American.
You're just doing an impression of America. You've already got a fairly American accent, but you're just like...
Did I just do an impression of myself?
Yeah, you did an impression. I couldn't tell any difference, really. No. I in my first year in uni, I had two American flatmates, and they did a sort of that, and they had those pumpkin pie and stuff like that. But candied yams, what are they, sweet?
Yes, yeah, it's like marshmallow on yams.
What is a yam?
What is sweet potato.
Thank you.
Sweet potato.
Yeah, it's a sweet potato.
It's like marshmallows, but
it's very odd. I don't think anybody actually likes it, and I think if any of our American friends are on here, I think that they may say that we don't actually think anybody eats it, but it's one of those token things that you have to have, and somebody will always, if you have a large family and everybody brings their own dish as well, somebody will always bring a candied yam. You know what I'm talking about.
they know, yeah, we've always got a few from the US on there. Marie says, hello from Sundry, Alberta, Canada. I love my tonic kits. Oh, so glad you're with us. Mary, a fantastic American accent, says Jen. That's Kate Rock. You're so authentic.
I'm a crafter, but I also am brilliant at doing accents. You know, and telling jokes.
Have you ever known anyone to fully lose their accent on a to say, because is that ingrained from an early age where you have an accent? So a Welsh accent, I would assume even if I moved to Australia or I moved to wherever, you get a twang like you do have to talk.
I have a twang.
You do, and in some of the words you use.
Also, when I start, I'm just going to let this sit here for a minute. It's okay. I might need to go back in, but we'll just have a little chat.
Yeah.
But what happens is that when I go back and see my family, I'll go over and I'm like, hello, it's your daughter.
It's Mary
and then
Poppins.
I come and I'm like, dudes, what's up? So it's like when you start talking to all your friends and stuff, and you fall right back into that accent. But I mean, I've lived in England longer than I have lived in America. And then also growing up, I had my English nan and my dad and stuff like that. So, I think I've always said Bath. But yet, my husband, he's from Hampshire, he says Bath.
Bath. An American would say Bath.
Yeah, Bath. But I say, how do you say ham?
Ham.
See, I say ham.
Yeah.
So
ham.
Yeah. I know.
No, well, Welsh people, we've said on the show before, they say and year.
So you have year and year, which is technically
so that would be
three
a
separate
year.
words.
Is that tree and tree?
Yeah, kind of
like
that. Yeah.
Right.
See, I told you I'm brilliant.
Yeah. You do them all, Jen.
You know what? I think I'm gonna high five myself for that. That was so good.
I was born and raised. So Nicholas says I was born and raised in Australia, and I moved to Scotland 8 years ago. I will never lose my accent, but pick up the terminology that makes my family laugh back home. I bet, Nicola.
Just pick things up sometimes.
Kate says, my Welsh accent has mellowed since I joined the RAF. However, it gets stronger when I come back to present. That's it. It's when you... I always, for celebrities to do it. You know John Barrowman?
Yes, I do.
He was in the jungle.
Now. Yeah,
you do now. He was in the jungle. But for a while, there was obviously... They joke on the radio, right here. Is when you go back to Scotland, he'd speak with a full Scottish accent. And you think he lived in Canada a long time, or the USA. So it does that people... I think I can't talk about BB. Yeah, what's it? I bet you do pick up some stuff, BB, from the Scottish people around you. I'm sure you do.
I just wanted to show you something really quick here. Is that so we've got a little pool of water, and you can keep it if you want, but I'm just going to dab it off with a cloth, and then I'm just going to go back in. I think. See, it just looks like a mess, but it will be beautiful when it's finished.
It will be.
That is the thing. I think when you're playing with pens, or if you have any of the mousse, anything like that, stencils, and you start making things, and you think, what am I doing? Carry on, because it's not till you get to that very end and you do kind of the last steps that it all sort of falls together. Mine is like that. Mine's usually always a mess until I start putting it on a card, and then I think, yeah, it's all right, that'll do.
That's it. No, I totally agree. There's a lot of things like that. You try them, you get to the point where you're not so sure, but if you carry on through or try it, then often the other side you learn something and you find something new that you love.
Yeah.
So it's worth persevering and that sort of stuff. They call it something like the dip. You have a bit where you start, you're loving it, and you go into this section where it's it's difficult, and you either carry, and then on the other side it could be there's great stuff just getting through that difficult stage of it.
So is there anybody else that's watching that's not from the UK or the US, and they have different traditions, potentially different Christmas or New Year traditions that we would have here?
Yeah, well, yeah, let us know. Yeah, let us know. So yeah, and BB, anything in Colombia where there was a Christmas tradition that would stand out as something that you miss in the UK. Anyone on YouTube as well? I know you're so international on YouTube. Any special thing that you've got from your region or part of the world? Let us know. There you go. And you've used the not necessarily we use it on this, because using aquaflows today, but shimmer powders and things like that you've used in other sort of galaxies and stuff like that you want to do.
Yeah.
They're quite good.
Yeah, I've actually got a video, I'm hoping that Dan can help me with it, where I've used the shimmer powders and the masking tape.
Oh, okay.
Masking fluid, excuse me. But what's happened is that part of it, for some reason when I was filming and I hit like the pause button, it's gone from landscape to portrait.
Oh, okay.
So if you can help me do that, and it is really, it's quite cool, because it's you sort of make a card just with the masking fluid and the shimmer powders.
Yeah.
But the shimmer powders are lush.
They are.
They don't taste very good.
No.
And they don't come out of jeans, and they don't come out of carpet, and it does take a couple of days to come out of your face as well.
They are.
Are they like those bank ink things?
They're like, they use
I'm
them
no
in place of those.
Banksy
If you know when someone's like
steals money from the
they
bank,
steal money and the ink goes into the thing.
Yeah.
They should use it now. I think we'll Dan know what we're talking about. I got. It's nice to know that there is more crafters in the Highlands, BB. Says Nicola. Yeah, let us know where you're from if you haven't joined in before. Sabine says, when I'm going to meet you in January, I'll feel shy to talk because of my terrible German accent. I don't like it at all. Oh, Sabine, don't.
Oh, I can't wait for you to come over,
It'd be
Sabine.
awesome.
I can't believe you're coming all the way from Germany to come to the tonic workshop that Ali's put together.
I know.
So can I have the dies, please?
The dies, yeah. We had like Finn with us from Germany. I'm not even sure which part of Germany he was from. I'll have to. He said it. Because I think it was around Dusseldorf.
Yeah, I don't think it was in the centre. I think it was near.
No, because I remember him saying he was near somewhere. But yeah, Finn was here and he had a great time. I think he enjoyed himself before he went back. Yeah. We loved having him there. So yeah, there's a German connection with the company.
Actually, cause we went out for that meal with the crafters.
We did. That was great. And I'm sure that we'll see some of those crafters again. We've done some German launches as well. So anyone in Germany who's watching, we've been selling on QVC a little bit over the last sort of year and a bit, and we've done some German sentiments. So if you are looking for Tonic Studios and you're in Germany, you can find some sentiments specifically for you, because we're just trying to make things for everyone.
Yeah, I'm just going to make a card base now with the largest stitch one, and there's so many different ways to make card bases. This is my favourite way, I think, because I don't ever buy card blanks. I always make my own. And so what I've done is I'm just die cutting 2 of the largest ones in black, because I want my card base to be black.
We got Lisa's getting a tattoo. I know it's tonic, so we kind of had a bit of tonic inspiration. Did you see? That's awesome. She's getting your face on her on her calf. Yeah, it's really good. I love every flower. I hope all goes well for that, Liz. BB says, in Colombia we celebrate from the 24th of December with big meals and children opening their presents at midnight.
Cool.
I could have done with that growing up. I had terrible trouble sleeping on Christmas Eve.
Do we have any repositionable tape?
What did reposition? Oh, yeah. I'll have a look for you now.
All right.
There's just someone said, Chris, there's a great tradition in Australia where we put kangaroo this got to be a joke. Jumpers on our kangaroos, so we have. We can see a jolly jump around. I don't know.
Oh, you're ruining the effect now.
Oh.
Yeah, you're pulling it away. Where have you gone?
I've gone into the hills.
Why?
I thought I had...
Oh, that's fine. I'll just do it. It'll be fine.
Do it.
That's all right. I've got it.
It's like you're revealing the bookcase.
I've got it.
You're ruining the effect.
What's going to happen?
I've done it.
No, not in the first show though.
Not in the first show, by 4.
He's causing chaos.
Oh, now you're revealing the other bookcase. Oh my
Stop
God.
this, everyone.
And do people have Christmas jumpers as well? So I've got a special one today.
Yeah.
And I think
you may or may not be able to tell.
Actually,
your usual attire.
Everybody should have a Christmas jumper like this, because it's got kittens, it's got a bit of galaxy, it's got pizza, Christmas. I mean,
Christmas hat. It's got everything.
Just like,
isn't
it does.
So it's really. It's very you, Jen.
I know.
Good morning from Pittsburgh, USA. Good morning, Kimberly K. I've got my Facebook page. It's fab, so funny, and all for a good charity. I think that's something to do with a Christmas song. I think there is around. Catherine says, "I'm Irish and I find it hard to follow English, but I can understand the Welsh people as they explain everything very well. That's the way I find it." Oh, Catherine, thank you.
Hi, Catherine.
And yeah, hope you've had a good year, Catherine. You've done really well. Hope you're all okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I've cut out the 2 cards for my card base. I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to score one at about, say, 1.5 centimeters, I think. Get that down. That's it. Put that back. Here we go. Got some glue. You can use, I usually use red liner tape, but we probably don't have any down here. So
I can't.
Don't go looking
I can't
around
defend
again.
myself there. I don't. I got Lolly Ross scrapbooking on YouTube. Hi Maria, hope you're
hi
okay.
Maria. Oh, I love Maria's work.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
Stunning.
Yeah, I think in Romania they have it early. I think it's Nicholas Day or something like that, and they have it earlier in the month. So Maria, I think you're almost like Christmas. You're done for Christmas, Maria. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I hope you're having a good time and you have a happy holidays. Phoebe says, in the new year, some people in Colombia eat 12 grapes.
There you go.
They symbolise the 12 months of the year, and you ask for a wish on each one. It's quite I like that.
That's lovely.
To get some on lunch now.
Do we have any foam pads? Is that foam tape?
That's one tape.
Okay. So this should be dry now. I'm just going to give it another blast.
Sit back down.
Oh, sorry.
No, because Owen's up and about again, trying to look around. Oh, let me just turn the table upside down. Just maybe under there.
I just need to make sure. I mean, normally I would let this sit. If I am doing things like this, I would normally let this sit overnight, but you don't need to. But I would give it an hour, at least an hour, if you're not heat drying it. But you've got to make sure that it's really dry, because you're going to then go in. So there's loads of different things that you could go in with. You could go in with white acrylic paint, just a bit watered down. You can go in with white acrylic ink, which is what I usually use. But today we're gonna have a go and see what happens when we use gesso. And gesso is just a primer that you use for any mixed media projects.
When I say primer, what does that mean?
Well, it just say for example.
Gets it ready.
Well, like it does, yeah. So it gives it a bite, so things can stick to it. So if you've got something like a metal key, for example, and you want to put something on it, right? It's just going to wipe off. But if you put the gesso on it, then that gives it a base layer, and it gives it like
something to grip to, like you said.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what gesso's for. I put gesso on everything, really. Everything. Just for fun.
I think that must be, when Eugenie does her projects as well, then there must be the gesso involved.
Yeah, Eugenie, she's one of the. She's a Tonic blogger, is she?
Yeah, she blogs for Tonic sometimes, but she just great sort of projects in France and good mixed media.
She's brilliant.
Altered art.
She does a lot of mixed media stuff with like the black gesso, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So it's all very, very beautiful. So we've got some gesso here. I'm just gonna put a little bit down on a craft mat. Don't need much. There we go.
Nicholas says, it took 20 years to convince my mother that full roast dinner, I'm assuming you're in Australia now, that roast dinners on Christmas Day were a nightmare, so we started having barbecues growing up. She found it so hard to give up, you could fry it, and as you could fry an egg on a paper. Yeah, I was in Perth for Christmas 5-6 years ago, 7 years ago, and we just had a barbecue that day.
Yeah.
Beers outside in a barbecue, and that was it. It's a different type of Christmas, but I enjoyed it. It was...
Well, when in California, so I grew up largely in a place called the Antelope Valley. I mean, nobody knows where that is, but it's on a map. It's between Los Angeles and Las Vegas, so it's like the Mojave Desert, and it's always like 70, 75 degrees at Christmas time. So it's a bit different. It's not kind of like you've got this quintessential kind of Christmas thing with Santa and the reindeer and the snow and stuff. That doesn't happen. It's go to the beach.
Yeah.
Go swimming, get a suntan.
Yeah, it's
so
nice to
all I've done here is I've just mixed a little bit of water with the gesso. Now the gesso may pull up some of the aquaflow colours, because the aquaflows that when you I'm going to show you quickly about this because if you haven't used them, if I go in, even though I've dried it, if I go in, it will still reactivate. So I know like on some watercolors and that it's permanent, or even the mousse, I think once they dry they're permanent, but the aquaflows aren't, and that will reactivate. So let me just quickly dry that then, and that may, with the gesso, we'll find out because I've not done this yet with the gesso, but it may pull some of that colour up. But again, that just adds to the individuality of your cards. There are no mistakes in mixed media.
BBC says on the 31st you'll see some crazy people running around the block with suitcases in their hand. This will guarantee them a good holiday and travel in the new year. Oh, that's rather funny. That is, yeah, she says that's rather funny. That is different, isn't it? At first I thought they're just going on holiday, but no, they just run around the block with a suitcase, and it guarantees you a good luck in the new year. How awesome is that? So that is a strange one.
So you're just going in now with the gesso.
I was thinking as you were earlier doing it as well, like the dies, so they've got stitch pattern dies, which is quite like a textile-y sort of thing, stitches, but then you mix that with something quite modern and futuristic, like, you know, space, and you've got, it's just a nice cool contrast like on there.
The stitch dies, like I say, they're relatively new, aren't they? But they are probably one of my favourite ones. I'm just going to move that out of the way for a minute. One of my favourite dies, I think, that Tonic have brought out, because they're I'm not sure about the rectangles, but definitely with the squares. They work perfectly with the squares that Tonic do anyways, the essential squares. So you get quite a small border, and that's bloody brilliant.
Catherine's obviously, same.
Everybody needs those stitch dies.
Definitely. I intend to play with mixed media over Xmas. Looking forward to playing with something different. Well, I say everyone, you're having a bit of time off now. Just set up your craft room and just try out some different techniques. It's a good time. Maybe you're getting a gift for Christmas, and maybe you're having a gift you don't even know you're getting yet, and you're going to be able to just have some fun with it over Christmas. Try out some of the stuff you've had in previous craft kits if you've got some special stuff in there as well.
Yeah, the craft kits.
The craft kits, there's loads in there. In Australia we have so many variations for Christmas lunch: ham, chicken, salad, seafood, roast, lunch. We will give anything a go, but that is the way. I quite fancy that myself, and I don't mind. I have Sunday dinner quite often, so it's not, Christmas dinner doesn't like blow me away like some people.
It's like a 2-day event in our house.
I'd like on Boxing Day we have turkey, beans and chips.
Do you?
That's our like thing.
No, we'll usually have like beef then, and then like the day after, all the boys will want ham. So it's like
Viva Brazil.
It's like
just bring in.
I am so sorry if there's any veggies, but it's like a proper meat fest in our house. You know, these lads. I mean, my lads are they're all over 6 foot tall. So my dad's 6'5", my Paulie's not much further than that. Jack's about 6'1", so they all need feeding.
You can keep them going.
But no yams. They'll leave that. Why do I do it? Is there some sort of Christmas tradition that you don't like? So like a type of food that you don't like?
Yeah, something we don't. Growing up, I mean, it was always like.
Put a little bit more on.
I don't know, like
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like parsnips.
That was the paint, by the way.
Yeah, not the sprouts. I don't know anything I really don't like. Not necessarily food-wise. Like food-wise, I don't know. Yeah.
Like nobody seems to like sprouts, do they? But everybody buys them.
I know.
So secretly they like them, I think.
Well, sprout manufacturers across the, they.
I've already had a few sprouts this year already.
You've had sprouts?
Yeah.
But do you eat them regularly?
No.
Are you a sprout eater?
I don't like them really.
Why do you eat them then?
I don't know, they're just a bit like cabbage.
Do you not want to offend them?
Yeah, that's basically it. I thought, because this lot came with bacon, and I thought that might make it nice, but not really. Still just tastes like cabbage, basically.
I like cabbage. Cabbage is lovely.
That to me tastes like sprouts, just the exact same thing.
No, cabbage tastes like cabbage, and sprouts taste like sprouts.
It is. Also, good morning from Alaska.
Oh, brilliant.
It's dark there now.
But it's cold.
I bet it's cold and dark. More from Atlanta as well. It is one of those. It is one of the. On Christmas, like a lot of people come around. Like my house has always been like a. Mum's one of like. She's got 5 brothers and sisters. So they all just come around there. Like, so we would kind of have to stay still on Christmas. Whereas now I've got older, like, and I've moved out, I kind of have to do that travelling about. I'm not as fussed on that as, like, do you know when you have to go around every family and be like, all right, you know, and I don't know, that probably makes me antisocial, but I'm just used to everyone in my house being the hub. So it's like, is your house the family hub?
We're a small family.
Oh, there you go. So you don't have to go far.
And I'm the centre of their universe, basically.
You are.
So, and it's evident by the top that I'm
That
wearing.
is it. You draw attention to you.
That's right.
Let's remember what's important at Christmas.
Me.
Jennifer Kray.
I'm so kidding. Where was that? Oh, here we go. So funny.
What about your house, Dan? Is
Yeah.
your house the hub?
I got quite a small family, so I don't really. This year it's going to be just my immediate family and my nan then, and then that's pretty much it for the Christmas dues and whatnot. So my uncle lives in Los Angeles.
Where does he? Where about?
In
Antelope Valley.
Yeah. He lives.
That's my uncle.
He lives relatively close to the Hollywood Hills, so you can see, well, not necessarily Hollywood Hill. You can see the Hollywood sign quite clearly from his flat over there. So,
can you?
Yeah, it's like near the actual sign.
He's very posh, isn't he?
No, not very. No.
He does translations.
Yeah, so he's a translator.
Cool.
So I think he speaks like 8 languages altogether, I think.
Wow.
But his main one is Tibetan.
That's crazy.
Tibetan.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So he gets, I think, primarily his stuff is that he gets paid to translate a book into Tibetan, for example.
Wow.
That is the income.
That is a niche, isn't it?
That's like super cool, right?
That is amazing.
I can speak a little Spanish and I can speak some Polish.
And he'll go to talks and then kind of do like live
French.
translation Tibetan stuff then as well. So.
Awesome, crazy. If anyone in your family out there, or maybe you've got a crazy job,
In niches.
which is a very, do you think that job exists?
Yeah, I'd love to know that. That would be so fun.
That is good.
Tell us what you do, guys.
Yeah, tell us what you do. Val is with us first visit. Well, welcome along, Val.
Hi, Val.
What better time to join us than on our Christmas party day? It's cold and dark here in Alaska. It's also the middle of the night. We are shaken earthquake, not stirred. Getting tired of all the aftershocks. Oh, is it on a fault line, Alaska? I think it is. The ring of fire, like they say, it might go, it might reach up that far. So yeah, hope all is okay up there. I imagine you're used to it. Jen says, "You know, buena para mix media." I guess there might be some Spanish there for you. Hola.
Thank you.
The Mad Yank is in the building, says Mandy.
Really?
That's what he said.
Where are they?
I don't know. Talk with someone else.
I don't know what she's talking. Who is that? Anyways, who is Mandy?
Mandy.
I don't know many Mandy.
Mandy Taylor.
Oh,
You-
is that the Mandy I saw last night?
That's Mad Mandy, yeah.
Hello, lovely.
Yeah. Oh, loving all the comments. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We've got shows throughout the day, so I think Karen's up next at some point.
Karen's going to make a lovely card.
She's going to make a quick card. Then you're going to have Ali doing something else, and then we'll have Tonic Showcase later for the grand finale.
So there's a quick card for you. I'm not going to put a sentiment on it. Nice and easy. Beautiful background. It's got to dry. The gesso hasn't worked as good as I would have liked to, but I think once it's all dry, it's going to look lovely. And I think I'll put a sentiment on it and you can have it then.
Yeah, yes,
all
please.
Right?
I like it. I love that stuff. I love space. Is my thing at the moment. I'm reading all about space and.
I'm a bit weird. I'm quite messy, so I mean my hands are pretty gross. But I like to have a neat and tidy workspace, and I think that's really important for me as a crafter, because it means that I'm not transferring ink, especially with the aquaflows. If you're using any of glitters, if you're using the shimmer powders especially, try and use a box, because otherwise you're just going to take anything that's on your glass mat or your media mat and you're going to transfer it on your card. And I can't tell you how many cards I've ruined over the past couple of years because I've been lazy and I haven't tidied up my mess, really. So I think that's just a little bit of advice.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Julie says, hello from Kona, Hawaii. Ooh. Funniest live ever. Julie, thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
My sister's married to a Hawaiian, and so my Nephews are Hawaiian as well.
Oh,
Hello.
brilliant! I was just reading.
Brilliant.
I was reading Barack Obama's that Dreams of My Father, and he was from Hawaii. Obviously,
yeah.
he talks a bit about it. Sounds beautiful, beautiful place. I'd love to visit.
It is stunning.
Lorna Jane says hi from the Scottish borders, another beautiful place. Hope you're all okay. And loads and loads of lovely comments. From all over the world. Hope you're having a great day, everyone. Join us again, probably in around what time are we now? We're not going to do anything at 1, so maybe probably 12:30. All right. Meet us back here, okay? Go to the bar, do whatever you're doing. Right? meet us back here at 12:30.
Quick
What,
change.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at 1, I know it's like Christian Griffiths is on Craft Stash.
Okay.
So we'll be just keep an eye out, okay? We'll be back probably about 22.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Are we cool, everyone? Thank you so much, Jen. I really
Thank
loved
you.
that.
That's all
Loved
right.
it.
Thanks, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
We'll see you all soon. Bye bye.